Hi, my name is Liz Worth, and I am a poet, novelist, fiction writer. I am excited to announce that my next poetry collection is coming out through Book Hug October 22nd, 2024. It's called Inside Every Dream, A Raging Sea. Now, a lot of people have asked me what this book is about, and when you talk about poetry, sometimes it's not as easy to answer a question like that as it might be if you are publishing a novel or maybe a series of essays on a certain theme. With poetry, yes, there can be specific themes and through lines at times, but for me at least, when I write poetry, it's often a very organic, spontaneous experience. A lot of the time, my poetry comes to me just through living my life. And so I have been telling people that that's really what this book is about. It's about life because that's what I think poetry represents. It's what it reflects. It digs into sometimes there's very small moments and details that we might be noticing or reflecting on as we go throughout our day. And sometimes it does speak to bigger themes, bigger chapters, bigger events or experiences that we are moving through either individually or collectively. I am also a tarot reader, and some of this book is inspired also by my work in tarot, but I see that as the same as writing. Tarot is also about life itself. When you read tarot for other people, you spend a lot of time talking about their goals, their hopes, their fears, their uncertainties. Art does exactly the same thing. We're pulling from the same places over and over again. And so this book is very personal in that way. I think that it reflects a lot of things that many people can relate to. I talk a lot about regret. I talk about what it feels like to get older. I talk about what it feels like to lose people. During the writing of this book, a large part of it, my mother had dementia, and she was in the last years of her life. And so I was thinking a lot about our relationship, about what I was going through, caring for her, looking back into the past. I think that whenever we are creating anything, we're going to be pulling from whatever else is happening in our life at that time. And so that's really what this is about. These poems, like I said, are very personal to me, but I think that they speak to a lot of big themes that many people can relate to on some level, even if your experiences aren't exactly like my experiences. We all, at the end of the day, feel the same feelings, and we all have to move through life regardless of what it throws at us. And sometimes it gives us really beautiful things, and sometimes it gives us really challenging things. And so you'll find as you read the book, which I hope you do, that these poems speak to both. Sometimes there are celebrations of how beautiful the world is and how abundant nature is. And there are other pieces that might feel lonely, and they might feel like they're speaking to a sense of loss or a sense of sad curiosity about where everything leads us to at the end of the day. And so if you don't mind, I'm going to read you a short piece from the book so that you can get a sense of what the pieces are about, because that's also, I think, the best way to engage with poetry is to just read it or hear it and see if it resonates with you. And if it resonates with you, then that's amazing, because then you can continue your own exploration with it. And so this piece is called A Low Branch Grazes Your Hair. Why is it that when we channel nature for its poetry, we expect it to speak only of landscapes? Why shouldn't it tell us of its own death, the lyrics of lost love? What if the sound of waves is the ocean's way of mourning the lives taken by its depths? What if our waters are actually the tears of the earth's past lives? Maybe nature is trying to teach us something, The way it pulls us back to its beaches, its lakes lapping at our ankles in a language we've forgotten how to understand. And when you trip over a root or feel a low branch graze your hair, it's not an accident, but an act of attention. Everything alive and saying, here, I'm here. So that is A Low Branch Grazes Your Hair from my upcoming collection, Inside Every Dream, A Raging Sea, coming out through Book Hug Press, October 22nd, 2024. My name is Liz Worth. Thanks so much for listening. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.